She doesn't need a factory. How Indian women turn incense into income, just faith, flowers, and fire. In the heart of India, where tradition meets tenacity, a quiet revolution is unfolding. Women, armed with nothing but their heritage and hope, are turning sacred blooms into streams of income. From temple waste to fragrant wealth, this is how she earns 300 a day. As dawn breaks, skilled hands gather discarded petals, transforming yesterday's offerings into tomorrow's prosperity. The air fills with the earthy scent of ground flowers mingling with charcoal and jigat powder, a sacred alchemy passed down through generations. No machines, no middlemen, just her hands and her heritage. In courtyards across the country, women sit cross-legged, their fingers dancing in a rhythmic ballet. Each roll, each twist of the agarbatti is a testament to their resilience, a fragrant defiance of poverty's grip. She taught 10 others. Now the whole village smells of success. What began as one woman's quest for dignity has blossomed into a community's renaissance. Laughter mingles with the smoke of drying incense sticks, a sweet symphony of empowerment. These women are the unseen artisans of India's spiritual economy. Their craft an invisible thread connecting millions of devotees to the divine. With every stick they roll, they're not just making incense, they're kindling hope. One fragrant ember at a time. In the shadow of ancient temples, a new legacy is being written. It's a story of women who refuse to be defined by their circumstances, who find strength in the very traditions that once confined them. Their hands, calloused but capable, are rewriting the narrative of what it means to be a woman in rural India. The process is deceptively simple, yet profoundly transformative. Dried petals, once destined for the river, find new purpose under their expert touch. Mixed with binding agents and shaped with precision, these humble ingredients become vessels of devotion and sources of livelihood. But this is more than just a cottage industry. It's a quiet rebellion against the tide of urbanization and mechanization. In a world racing towards automation, these women prove that there's still immense value in the human touch, in skills honed over lifetimes and passed from mother to daughter. The impact ripples far beyond the individual. As more women join the ranks of these incense artisans, entire villages are being transformed. Children who once faced uncertain futures now attend school, their education funded by the steady income their mothers earn. Homes that were once bare now boast small luxuries: a television here, a refrigerator, they're tangible symbols of progress and pride. Yet, challenges remain. The market is competitive, and middlemen often seek to exploit these artisans' lack of formal education. But armed with smartphones and a growing awareness of their worth, these women are learning to navigate the complexities of modern commerce. They're forming cooperatives, setting fair prices, and reaching customers directly through social media and e-commerce platforms. Their success is a powerful reminder that empowerment doesn't always require grand gestures or massive investments. Sometimes it is as simple as recognizing the value in what is already at hand, be it discarded flowers or overlooked talent. As the sun sets, casting long shadows across rows of drying incense sticks, these women gather to count their day's earnings. But they're tallying more than rupees. They're counting dreams realized, dignity restored, and futures secured. This is not just about making incense. It's about women reclaiming their place in the economic and spiritual fabric of India. It's about preserving ancient crafts while embracing modern opportunities. It's about turning faith into fortune and flowers into freedom. So the next time you light an incense stick, pause for a moment, inhale deeply. In that fragrant smoke, smell the story of resilience. Feel the warmth of empowerment. And know that with every stick burned, you're not just connecting with the divine, you're supporting a revolution, one agarbatti at a time. These women have shown that with faith, flowers, and fire, anything is possible. They've proven that the most powerful changes often start small, in the quiet corners of the world, with those brave enough to believe in themselves. Their message is clear. You don't need much to start. Just your hands, your heritage, and the courage to dream. So what's stopping you? Light that spark. Fan those flames, and let your own revolution begin.